Hello and welcome to the Voice of Your Passions video interview series. I'm Stephanie Bonte-Lebair, and I am excited today to interview Sandy Zeiszler. She helps streamline business systems and helps you select and implement the right tools for your business, whether it's lead generation, email marketing, client onboarding systems, or mastering LinkedIn. Sandy helps you automate and streamline to give you time to do what you love the most. And I am always looking for more time, Sandy.
Always more time.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to
Thanks.
just dive in and learn all about how you support business owners. And Sandy does have a free gift today, so hang on for that free gift because I'm going to take advantage of it personally. And I think you're going to love it too. So, welcome. The first question I always ask Sandy is why are you passionate about business systems and tools and tech stacks and all of the things?
Well, like some of the other younger people in the world, that I did not grow up with tech. I kind of started at the base of it back many, many years ago, and I just started having a passion for teaching other people tech, and embraced what we had. And I knew it was coming, and I just started asking questions. So out of a curiosity for tech, I actually became the person that then learned and can embrace it. And so it's really become a passion for mine for many, many years. And I have lots of stories to tell in technology and what I've learned and what I've seen over the years. And so no question is a dumb question. And so I always say every question you ask me is I've already heard it 3 or 4 times. So that's why I know the answer usually because I've answered it already twice today. So
Yay.
for somebody else.
It's important to know people who love technology because there are some
Mhm.
of us out there that struggle with it. And especially as small business owners, we struggle with figuring out what technology is essential and what maybe
Mhm.
is a nice to have, or even how to learn all the different tools that are possible for us in business, especially when we're online, especially when we're service driven and we can support people, all over. It's really important to stay on top of it. So having resources
Yes.
and experts like you, super helpful. Can you
Mhm.
share, like, what do your clients say to you when they come to you? What are they struggling with? What are they frustrated about? And what are they saying as they work with you and you start to support them?
Usually the biggest struggle I get from clients is their pain point of I go to a lot of networking events and I'm not closing sales. And I know that
Mm,
that's kind of more of a a process of things and learning how to close sales, but it's also about time and money that we spend going out networking, collecting the business cards, meeting names. But the transformation is when I start my clients through that life cycle marketing and really find that path of what you want that person to go through and where do you want them to go? You collected the business card. You went to a networking event for a reason because you thought it was, for whatever the draw is, and especially EBN. We draw into EBN because Stephanie's the leader, so it's always the great one. But then what are you going to do with those contacts afterwards? And I know that's all about kind of follow up too, but it's when the ahas for my clients are when they see that process put into place and they actually see moving forward into building relationships and stronger relationships. They don't have to without the tech, the pain of tech. I can simplify that tech because that's why they don't do it. They usually are like, oh, means I have to do a new CRM system, or I don't know where to start. I tried that one last year, and I tried that one, and I tried that one, and it's overwhelming. And I can simplify that process for them
yeah,
and just take that pain off.
I love that you mentioned the same exact pain point that my clients have, which is I go to a lot of networking events and it's not translating into clients.
Nope.
But your zone of genius is then how to create the process for the follow
Yep.
up, or how to create the tools that are going to support and make follow up and networking turn into revenue for your business. So
Correct.
that is absolutely fantastic. Do you have an example of a client that you have supported?
One of the examples of a recent client that I worked with kind of mid-year, and we're still working on his each phase of his process. He mailed me his pile of business cards. I said he had to find a new VA, and so I said, just mail me your pile of business cards. He's like, I don't know how many I have, and I ended up getting about 200 in the mail. I didn't know. He's like, oh, I only have a couple. Didn't know how many that was. So I took the process and I said, you can hire me. I'll work with you. Get them business cards. I don't usually scan people's business cards, but there's a really great app for that that I can share that with people. The HubSpot app, I'll just say that the HubSpot app is really awesome for scanning business cards. It does a really good accurate race. But we got all of his cards in, and now we're starting conversations. We're reaching out and re-engaging with people that he met over the last couple of years. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm having some great conversations. So now
Nice.
he's feeling confident in his networking and going to the next networking event where he can now have that relationship and know he can really has a voice in his world and in his community. And then saving money and a headache of figuring out the tech because we discovered that he was using three other programs that or he had subscriptions to. He
Oh,
didn't know that. He's like, I don't know. I tried it and it didn't work. So, well, it's not that it didn't work, it's that it wasn't the right fit and he didn't understand, just don't know what to do with it. It's really not that the program's wrong, it's that just didn't know what to do with it and
oh
have
my
that
God.
process.
I love that you said there's an app for that. And then you also said, and he had three things that he was didn't really need to use all three of them. So
No,
it's like
no, I know. There's
we
an
we
app, but wait.
we get so excited when we find a new tool, right? That
Yeah.
says it's going to do something fun for us, but then we forget that maybe we already have something that does something
Mhm.
similar or that has some kind of
Yep.
overlap. So I appreciate so much that you helped identify that because that's probably something all of us need to go through is like, what are all the subscriptions and the tools that we're using for our business right now?
Well, and
Oh my gosh.
I'm the one that will test tools out. So I have a lot of subscriptions. I really do because I test them out because I hear them and people are like, oh, well, what about this? And what about that? So I really want to learn what those programs are so I can better educate myself so I can provide that to my clients so they don't
Yeah.
have to sit there and try all these demo programs. Oh, I demoed that then they forget to cancel and now it turns into a subscription that's paid.
Yeah, or I tend
So
to
yeah,
buy all those lifetime subscriptions when things come out for the first time, and I
yep.
and then I
There's
have
pros
all
and
these
cons.
yeah, I have all these lifetime subscriptions that I don't really use. And I'm like, well, I'm not paying for it anymore, but I'm also
Yeah.
not using it. So
I saved myself $5,000 for lifetime, but I paid 1,000 for the program. Oops.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly. Do you have a tip for those of us who maybe are a little confused about our tech stack or we are, struggling with how to, make things easier in our business?
Yeah. So and that'll lead into my free offer I'm giving you. I have a worksheet that I've created over the years with my clients when we're doing their tech stack. And tech stack is just a pile of, inventory. So it'll walk you through the process of looking, and it's a perfect time because we're looking at taxes. And it's yearly tax season coming up. Look at everything you're getting billed for. First of all,
Hmm.
inventory all of that. Don't just hand it to the CPA or the bookkeeper. Look at what you're paying for the monthly subscriptions. And then also look through your emails and look at what programs you have because it's actually a liability for passwords out there that you've got all these programs and you've given them information to. So now you've given all of these people information, your contact information, your password, your date of birth, your mother's maiden name because that was a secret password or whatever, and they have all that data and it just puts you at risk. So let's
Yeah.
inventory it, and that's what I do. And I'm actually doing that on the webinar tomorrow. So, but that's the tip: inventory, 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 and know what you've
Yeah.
got. We have to know what we do. We talk about our money and our networking. Track the numbers.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I hadn't thought of the risk. Every time you sign up for something new, your your information is in one more
It's out there.
place.
Yep.
Yeah, that is so true. So tell us more about this free gift because you've already intrigued me. So go a little
Yep.
deeper.
So the free gift is really it's a spreadsheet, it's a checklist that I've created and I've outlined by categories and I've put in some top popular programs that people may not think about. And then there's spaces for you to fill in more. But the biggest challenge to look at once you've inventoried them there's a column for your sign in ID. Maybe if you need to know what the ID is, which email did you sign up with
Mm,
it? Because you need to
yeah.
know that usually because we have so many email addresses, right? And then when is the renewal date? Is it monthly or yearly? Because a lot of those yearly subscriptions we forget about. But when is the monthly? And can you cancel it on that next month? And then what is the amount? And then
Yeah.
you can calculate all of that because then it's on a spreadsheet that will let you calculate that.
Oh, this is so. I was just talking to my husband about this today, actually, because my father passed away in July and he
Mm,
didn't share all of his passwords with my mom. And so my
okay.
mom has been struggling trying to deal with switching things over to her or, canceling things, all this, and having one place where your username, potentially your password, or if you've got a I know there's like software for that. There's software for your
Yep. This is
passwords,
there's a software
but
program for
but
that.
like having that organized in such a way too that you're not the only one who has access to that. You have your key people be able to pull that up as well. So if you
Yep.
would like, what's the title of this gift, Sandy?
It's a digital detox, just a inventory sheet, really is all it was.
Inventory
It's
sheet.
just
Okay, a digital
inventory sheet.
detox inventory sheet. If you would like this gift, type hashtag digital detox as a comment under the video. And then Sandy will reach out to you personally to make sure you get that gift in whatever way is
Mhm.
best for you.
That's awesome.
Thank you for that. And as we're wrapping up this interview, these are always short, to the point, get to the heart of what someone does, why they're passionate about it. Um, if you'd like to meet Sandy or other amazing creative coaches, speakers, marketing professionals, sales professionals, come visit Empower Business Networking. We always meet the first Thursday of every month from 2 to 3:30 Eastern Time. And you can find us on Eventbrite, which this URL leads you to. So if you go to buildempoweredpartners.com, you'll see the Eventbrite collection with all of the upcoming meetings, and tickets are half off right now. If you catch us the right time of month, you can always get a discounted ticket. So go there, check us out, and come meet us. And any final words as we wrap up this interview, Sandy? Anything you want to leave us with?
I would love to talk with everybody and just do a little audit and help you audit that information, and then even putting a plan together as business owners, because like your mom is having a hard time, finding the passwords. As
Yeah.
business owners, that's going to stop your business just like
Yeah.
that. You can hit if your business partner doesn't have your information, you have to have a plan for that. And one place is to buy that inventory sheet. So it's a great way to do that and take
Yeah.
audit. Yep.
Perfect. I'm definitely going to be using this inventory sheet for sure. So thank you for your gift, Sandy. Thank you for your
Thank you.
time. And we'll see everyone at the next interview. Thank you.